Okay, so how are we going to do this one? Well, what they're asking us for in this one is the distinction between linear and exponential functions. So this is a good little problem to make sure, especially if you're going forward to math, pre-calc and calc and stuff, to get these kind of differences clear. We have linear and we have exponential functions, and those are different. And we're studying here in chapter 6 exponential, but let's do a little comparison. Let me make sure they're clear. So if you have something of the form y equals mx plus b, where x and y are just first power, that is called linear, which means the graph is a line. And the graph goes up to the right if m is positive, because m is the slope. I think you all know this. And the graph goes down to the right. We always mean on graphs, we always mean as you go to the right. If the m is negative, the slope is negative. So we call that, yeah, I think they call it decreasing. And then come over here and we'll do the other side. And the other version is y equals a times b. Yes, that's exponential. And how does that work? Well, that's going to be exponential, as I said, exponential. And there's two kinds of looks to that graph. If the graph goes up to the right, if your base is greater than 1. It's really pouring here in Thunder, and I assume it is for you guys too. And then if the graph goes down to the right, if b is less than 1, it's a fraction. It's between 0 and 1. It's a fraction between 0 and 1. So it's all about the base for exponential. Notice the difference is x is an exponent, right? That's why we call it exponential. X has climbed into the exponent. So let me show you a third thing that really isn't being addressed right now, but it's important that you know if you're going forward in math and science. And I think you just put them all together. What if we had like x squared? Let's just say ax squared plus b or whatever. Now that's a U-shape, isn't it? That's a U-shaped graph. If a is positive, it goes up. If a is negative, it goes down. So notice that's x squared, right? X squared graphs are U-shapes, quadratics we call them, going down if a is negative, going up if a is positive. And then if x and y, let me write over here for us, x and y both first power. If x and y are both first power, that's linear. If x is squared, that's a U-shape, up or down, what we call parabola, quadratic, goes by lots of names. It's called a quadratic, called a parabola. I call it a U-shape, right? So that's if you have x squared. And if you have x is actually in the power zone itself. So not just that x has powers, but x itself climbs into the power zone. That's called exponential. And then it's all about the base, b, the base that x is on. If that base is greater than 1, it goes up to the right. If that base is a fraction between 0 and 1, it goes down to the right. All right. So now all the questions are based on that. So let's answer them. So this right here, this is going to be linear, because it's y equals mx plus b. And what do they say there, guys? Do they say increasing, decreasing? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
So this negative, we'd say decreasing, going down, because it's negative. The next one, this is exponential, isn't it? X is in the, or t, whatever letter you want, is in the power zone. The variable's in the power zone, the letter's in the power zone. And the base is bigger than 1, so it's increasing. To the right, it goes up, because the base is bigger than 1. The next one, this is linear again. And the slope is positive. So that's increasing. The next one, this is exponential again, because the x has climbed into the exponent zone. And the base, notice, is less than 1. So that's going to be decreasing. When the base is a fraction, a decimal, 0.8 is the base, whereas this one, it was 1.15. So that's greater than 1. This one's less than 1. And then finally, this one here is also exponential. It doesn't matter what the letter is, x, y, z, whatever, t. As long as the letter's in the power, exponent zone, it's exponential. And what's the base? 2. So it's increasing because the base, 2, is bigger than 1. And so there we go. That's the story on how exponential and linear functions generally interact. Is that making sense? Questions on that one?